inspired to get up every morning to go to your job? And if that is the case, and you're doing what you're passionate about at your job and your employer is paying you, that is excellent. You have found your work. I have trained myself to call it my job and not work, because I understand now that there is a difference between our job and our work. And this video, I want to just talk about that to give you guys, an understanding on it as well. And, if it doesn't resonate with you, then it just doesn't resonate. But from what I have learned and just my experience and just understanding so much more to life than what we presently see, it means so much to me, and it brought me value of an understanding of the difference between the work and the job. So our job is pretty much what we go to every single day. Now, before I go a little bit more deep into it, your job could lead you to your work, and your job could be your work as well. But to distinguish that, you have to have the self-awareness of the things that we enjoy doing, and align ourselves with our passions and our purpose to distinguish if the job that we currently hold is the work that we're supposed to be doing. Alright, so now going back to the job. The job is pretty much what we do every day. We go to work 9 to 5, weekends off, whatever shift you're on, but just a typical job. Your retail, grocery store, if you have a high position, whatever your job is that pays you, that's your job. However you get your income, that is your job. Alright, now I'm not speaking on behalf of people that have their own businesses and stuff like that. I'm just speaking more of the people that go day to day, that go to work to get paid, pay bills. Alright, that is your job. Now your work is your work. What is it that you enjoy doing? You are doing it, and you're getting paid to do it. And it's pretty much your passions and your purpose, and what it is you're called to do. The work you're supposed to do here on earth during the time that you have here. That is your work. Now, when we look at these two things, your job and your work, we really have to sit back as a person, and be aware of our situation, our circumstance, and try to see, the job that I'm doing now, is it my work? How can we find this out? Well, ask yourself, do you like going to work? Do you enjoy doing what you're doing at your job? Or are you arriving at your job happy, excited to begin the day, looking forward to conquer the day? Are you inspired to get up every morning to go to your job? And if that is the case, and you're doing what you're passionate about at your job and your employer is paying you, that is excellent. You have found your work. That is your work, because you're doing what you enjoy doing. It doesn't matter if someone's paying you to do it as an employer or you're an employee. As long as you enjoy what you're doing and you're passionate about what you do, even if it's your job, that could be your work in your job. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, if you're waking up and it's like, damn, I gotta go back to this place again, man, I don't even want to go to work. You're going to work bitter, angry, and you're just unsatisfied with your current job. You want to look for another job. You may even have 2-3 jobs that you hate, but you're just doing it because you got bills to pay, you got responsibilities, you got kids, and you just need an income. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really look back at how we are as individuals mentally when it comes to the job or the work. And this is how we're going to distinguish if what we are doing currently is what we're supposed to do. And in most cases, it's not. In most cases, a lot of us are just doing a job, going to the job to get paid, to pay bills. It's like a cycle that we find ourselves in. And when it comes to finding our work, the job is actually a distraction from us being in alignment with our work. And this is why it's so crucial to understand yourself. We have to figure out what it is we enjoy doing as individuals, what gives like no compassion. You know, there's no resolution. And so we have to understand that it's not always about the money, for one. For two, we have to really distinguish what it is we enjoy doing and try to find stuff that's aligned with our own passions and purpose. Now, just to go back and reflect on my life for a minute, to show you guys where I'm coming from. I was always a people person. Like, I always wanted to help somebody do better or achieve what it is they're trying to achieve. Like, I am the helper. You know what I'm saying? So I never really understood the difference between of, like, you know, doing what you're passionate about. I wasn't really deep in it like how I am now. So I was more looking at it like, yo, if I graduate and try to get an entry-level job as an esthetician, at those times I'll probably be getting $10 to $12 an hour, which would have been okay because I was gaining the experience. I was still living at home with my mom, and I didn't have much overhead costs. I didn't have no children or anything. So yeah, that would have been a go-to. And eventually I was actually planning to work on like a cruise ship so I could travel and stuff like that, get experience in different countries. And like, that was my whole idea, and eventually open up my own spa and wellness center or whatever. So that was my vision, that was my plan. That's why I went to school. I got my diploma in esthetician and massage therapy. But this job opportunity came, and it was a good paying job. Like, to get into this company is very hard. And it's like, if I pass this up, am I able to get into something like this again? I'm in school, and they called me back in the winter, February 2008, asking if, you know, they liked my work ethic and they wanted to they called me back for a full-time position. And this is when I was like, yo, I'm going to school. And this is when I started really thinking like, okay, if I graduate, my entry level is going to be like $10 to $12. They hire me full-time. I get benefits. I get a pension. My pay, I get every week. You know, and I'm starting at like $17 an hour, $18 an hour in this company. So it's like, I didn't really have much to think about, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm down, you know. So I went down, signed the papers. I want to say like it kind of threw me off track. You know, a lot of times when we get thrown off track, it's a distraction. But sometimes a distraction is needed. Sometimes the distraction, or he pulls you into another direction for a reason. And the reason behind that, I can come up with so many. So when you're trying to figure out if the job that you're in right now is what you're supposed to do, tap into yourself and understand how you feel going into that job, and you'll know. The company that you're in as the employee, they may have opportunities for where you can get into the department that is closer to your work. Now, your work is what you're passionate about. Your work is what you're here to do. Your work is something that you get paid for, that you enjoy doing. You know, I can't convince you to believe anything that I'm saying. I can just speak from my experience. I can just speak from my own truth. I hope I bring you some type of value, some understanding, because this world is for us. The unlimited abundance is for us. But how do we get that? It's nothing that we have to go searching for, because it's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we have to learn how to be aligned with. You know, how do we become aligned? That's what we have to work on. It's not work harder. It's not chase the money. It's not work to your job to pay bills. It's more than that, because life is so much more than that. And if you think about it, if we were doing the work that we're supposed to be doing, we wouldn't feel no way of doing it. We would be happy. We would be very, stay in your lane, bro. My gosh. We wouldn't worry about getting up every morning to go to our work, because it's what we're supposed to be doing. We actually enjoy doing it. And once you realize you're doing your work, or you're starting to tap back into it, you spend so much time on it. Once you start to understand that you don't mind doing what it is you're doing, that's how you know you're aligning yourself with your work, right? It's okay. Take breaks so you don't get exhausted. Take breaks to get the clarity. Take breaks to get the reflection of the next move. But it's like a constant thing. Even if you're not getting paid to do it right now, especially the younger generation of her, you know, the younger black women coming up in their 20s. I want to let you guys know what I know, you know, going through my 20s, what I've experienced, and what I know now, if I could turn back the hands in time, I would definitely change it, and I would definitely have a different mindset around it. So it's always about pulling up the younger generation from our experience, what we've been going through, be in alignment the best way, man, because that is the golden ticket. The golden ticket is the alignment of your passions and your purpose. So find that. Not even find it. Start aligning yourself with it, because we already know what it is. We're just not used to doing it. So when people say, "Oh, you gotta find your passion and your purpose," it's nothing that we have to find. It's something that we have to be aligned with again. We lost touch of it. We are out here being conditioned to go to a job to get paid to pay bills. And half the time, the job that we're doing, we're not satisfied, we're not fulfilled, we're just bitter and angry, which relates to stress, depression, anxiety, and fear, which is a low vibrational thing. You know, so once we understand the self-awareness, we're heading in the right direction, my friends. I'm closing out this video. I really do hope you got some type of value from it. If you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out the other videos I posted. I got maybe 20 or so videos on here. I know I've been MIA on here for a minute, but you know, I post when I can, and you're most likely going to be seeing this setting a lot more in my videos, because I drive to my job 4 to 5 days out of the week, and an average 45 to 50 minute drive, and I can drop a video, and it's authentic. You know, it's coming from my heart, it's coming from my values, it's coming from my experience, and like I said, I'm here to uplift humanity the best way I can, and if this is the way for me to do it, then so be it. Glory to the Most High. I'm closing out this video. Stay up, stay blessed, and stay true to yourself, because if you're not true to you, who's going to be true to you? Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Overstand it and apply it. Wisdom is the acts that we do, not just the knowledge we take in.